Hello, citations of the do start the game off fighter Durag again, noted by select scrub. Let's get it. Welcome, Durag Nation. It is a busy day. I'm on the second channel because it's been a while, and I know the trailer's going to get copyrighted, so I figured why not do it on the second channel. So original. So what's up, Travis? Pretending he doesn't love Superman and Supergirl as usual. Never ever beating the tsundere allegations. We all know the truth. All right, let's get this countdown going. We all know you're pretending. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the Supergirl movie in general. I read a little bit of the comic. It's actually really good, and this one sounds like it's going to be even better because they're sticking with the creator's original vision, which was to make this a movie that a story that also has Lobo. Subdue. Clever Injustice too, yeah. Yeah. Also, I think they picked a not just a good, really good actors. I think Milly is definitely believable as Supergirl, but Melissa was also a great Supergirl, the one that was on the CW. The problem was the writing, and I think that's why I'm much more excited about the Supergirl movie than I would normally be. Besides the source material being really good, I think you would actually like this. I know Travis doesn't like reading in general, but I think you would actually like the Woman of Tomorrow comic because it's not like at all like a typical Superman story. Is actually It's actually really grounded, pretty dark as well. I think that's going to appeal to a lot more people, especially ones who may be potentially turned off from like Superman adjacent stories because they have this idea that, oh, Superman's too powerful, they're all too powerful, so you can't have a good story. Definitely not true. You read 17 comic runs a year? Oof, excuse me. I would definitely recommend picking up Woman of Tomorrow. I still got to read. It's been busy, but I still got to read. I got Absolute Batman and Corey Kench's new manga volume in the mail, so I got to read those. Supergirl CW is good, but really cheesy. Yeah, it was really the writing. Like Melissa is a really good actor, but the CW version of Supergirl was just really badly written because they really just didn't understand the character. They just apart from the usual cringe CW writing, they basically made her like a female version of Superman, which is not what Supergirl is. Like she's very different from Clark. They basically just made her Clark. Like when she they made her Kara basically Clark. You know, nerdy, goody two shoes, secret identity, and then when she is Supergirl, she just wholesome Girl Scout. Like that's not Supergirl. That's not who she is at all. It was kind of annoying seeing that version, and that's why I was really excited to learn when I saw Supergirl the in the at the end of Superman. It made me look forward to the movie when I saw how they were interpreting her character, because I'm like, oh, this is like how she's supposed to be. She's not like Clark. You know, she wasn't raised on Earth. She still has her memories of being on Krypton. You know, she was older than Clark. So she was raised in a different culture with different values. And she doesn't have the same attachment to humans that he does. She only came to Earth to find him. She doesn't really care. She doesn't really care about it. She has to learn to care about, you know, protecting Earth and, you know, the people on it. That's what makes her story different from Clark's. What's up, Captain? Appreciate you hanging out, my friend. How you been doing? Ready for the Game Awards? Midnight Suns too. Yeah, that's insane, Cope. Knee deep in the snow. Oh yeah, it's getting. I was checking the weather because it's getting like hella cold around here. Apparently, it's only going to be like a light snow tomorrow around here. Otherwise, it's calm. But I know it's been snowing around. Now the Game Awards is actually going to be lit. The confirmed. I've been compiling my list in preparation for the pre-show that I usually do for the Game Awards, and the potential games are going to be crazy. Just looking at the confirmed games is pretty crazy. Like Marvel Rivals is going to have like a big presentation for some new content. I'm really excited for. We're finally getting we're finally getting Tomb Raider. After all this time, they're finally ready to announce Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider stuff. Phantom Blade Zero is getting a release date. We're getting some new Resident Evil character reveals for Requiem. Larian, makers of Baldur's Gate 3, are announcing their next game. We're getting Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake announcement. Knights of the Old Republic is getting an announcement. Looks like we're getting Control 2 announcement as well. It's called Control Resonant. Like, it's going to be insane. Exodus gameplay, trailer. I don't think that they're going to do anything for Cosmic Invasion. It might be too early for that. But we'll see. Could get something from Tokon Fighting Souls. They just wrapped up their beta. They might announce a new character. I'm hoping for Dispatch Season 2. That would be insane. That would be the highlight for me. I think I know what the Marvel Rivals announcement is. They actually haven't told us. They told us they were doing something at the Game Awards before they announced it, but they didn't tell us what it was. They're keeping that a secret. I wish I could greenlight games. If I had the power to greenlight any video game, it would definitely not be Daredevil though. You just need to see something Marvel, and oh, you're definitely going to see that. Lego Batman is confirmed. Rivals is confirmed. Of course. Really good chance we get Rise of Hydra. Obviously, Invincible is not Marvel or DC, but Invincible Versus is going to be there. There's a non-zero chance we get an Injustice 3 announcement. Just download Dispatch. Game is a blast. Reminds me of Invincible. I love that game so much. I love Dispatch. I can't wait. Oh, and speaking of Dispatch, I hope Telltale is there with the Wolf Among Us too. That would be power. I want an excuse to play Wolf Among Us. I want to play it anyway because I love Dispatch. But Wolf Among Us 2 getting announced would be legit. Yeah, I would. Rise of Hydra should absolutely be there. Like if Rise of Hydra is not there, that'd be actually sad. The fake Among Us 2 isn't real. It's real. It just got delayed because they were upgrading to Unreal Engine 5. It's definitely a real game. The founders of Ad Hoc, who made Dispatch, that was the last project they worked on while they were at Telltale. Wolf Among Us 2. They finished up their work on that, and then left to to work on Dispatch. Real's a Wonder Woman game. No, I mean like actually real. Like they spent years working on it. Wonder Woman wasn't far enough along to even have an engine upgrade, like what they're doing here with Wolf Among Us. Yeah, Wonder Woman is completely different situation. They announced that pretty much to prevent the studio from being shut down, because all their leadership left after their sci-fi game, their Nemesis System sci-fi game got canceled by WB execs. Pretty much like all the management in the company just left in protest, and the studio was like scrambling to do something to avoid getting closed down. So they had to tell the execs they have something else. So they just said, all right, we'll just pick an IP. We'll do Wonder Woman. And they just slapped together a cinematic cinematic trailer just so they would have something. I understand what you mean. It's a fake game. If it ain't real, then you don't understand what I mean at all. What would we call a DC Ultimate Alliance? DC Super Allies? That's terrible. That's a terrible name. Definitely do not give Travis naming rights to anything ever. That's horrible. It being not real and being canceled are two different things. Is it Wolf Among Us 2 is objectively a real game? Like it has a real trailer, unlike the Wonder Woman game. For one. but a game can be real and be canceled. So Nava. Does the game come out until it's in your hands? It's not real. Yeah, that's not how that works. But sure. However you need to cope. I'm looking forward to the Wolf Among Us 2 in 2026. It'd be cool actually if I don't know if they might not be able to afford it now. I heard the Game Awards is getting a lot more expensive. I heard a report that it's like $1 million now to advertise at the Game Awards with a 3-minute trailer. it's literally the Super Bowl now. Like after how many people watched last year, Jeff's prices went up. It was like a couple hundred. I remember it was like a couple $100,000 like a year or two ago to advertise at the Game Awards. Now that was up to $1 million for a 3-minute trailer. That's crazy. About 40 minutes until the trailer premieres. Marvel Rivals appear to have a slide. They announced it. Yeah, Marvel Rivals announced it on Twitter yesterday. They made this fun little image of Jeff eating popcorn, sitting front row at the Game Awards next to Emma. Blade is nodding off behind, and Gambit and Rogue are making out next to Blade. It's a fun little image. So yeah, as a huge Baldur's Gate 3 fan, you're not sure if you want Divinity Original Sins 3. Well, to be fair, Larian said that's not what they're making. Avengers Doomsday, I heard it's not happening. Speaking of Blade, wonder if we see it. That's definitely a possibility. Marvel's Blade, I feel like could pop up because we're getting closer to that release window. They're targeting November 2027. So we're definitely getting to the point where we're going to start seeing more Blade marketing. Maybe they wait until one of their upcoming Xbox shows. I think they're having a partner showcase in January, and then of course Xbox usually has their shows over the summer as well. So if we don't see Blade in the next month, we'll probably see it around the summer. It's still got some time, but they might just want to give people some hype, maybe give them a firm release date, show a little gameplay. You've already seen RPG. Next year is going to be interesting, not just because there's so much stuff coming out, but I have it on good authority. Marvel has an MMO that they're cooking up. So I'm excited to get some new announcements, something else to look forward to besides what we already know. Plus we might get the Venom announcement next year too. Yeah, a game where you play as Black Dude and a Durag who gets superpowers. So Static Shock, Luke Cage, Black Lightning. Like to see another Halloween. Yeah, that game looked pretty fun. I'm definitely hyped for Control 2. The first game is really good. I love that game. I never played Alan Wake, but Control, that was my game. Black Lightning. You never heard of Black Lightning? Yes. he's a member of the Justice League. He had his own show on the CW. Yeah, Black Lightning is cool. I like Black Lightning. Show was solid as well for a CW show. What up, Doc? How you doing? Appreciate you hanging out on the Twitch side. Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning. Black Knight's what you used to call your evil Cole McGrath on Infamous. Yeah, Infamous definitely needs to come back. I'm definitely looking. It's gonna be a while because they got Ghost of Yote, which I have to finish too. Now that I finished Expedition 33, I'm trying to finish Yote. Definitely want to finish it before Legends mode comes out next year. But your prototype is coming. Actually, we might get it. I gotta add that to the I gotta add that to my doc actually for my Game Awards preview. Because there is a prototype, there is a confirmed prototype remaster in development. I remember that. Infamous. Hopefully, we get a remaster at some point. But there's absolutely a prototype remaster in development right now. So we could actually get that announcement at the Game Awards. That's definitely possible. It's being made. The remaster is being done by the same, for prototype is being done by the same people who did Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. Sly Cooper. Unfortunately, according to the creative director at Sucker Punch, nobody at the studio cares about Sly Cooper anymore. Be interested to see if Mark Rivals shows us a bit of season 6. I doubt it. I think they're just going to show new game mode. It's probably Lady Loki. I was watching Flats' stream, and on the mini battle pass, there's a gallery card that has some Marvel heroes on a chessboard fighting while the Grandmaster watches them, and one of them is Lady Loki, and on the roadmap for I think the week of January 2nd, they have a Human Torch and another skin that's black for a character that's blacked out, but we can clearly see from the silhouette it's Loki. I'm guessing it's Lady Loki, and they're going to be announcing a new game mode or the return of a game mode. From what I'm looking at, I think they're bringing back Ultron's Battle Matrix. They're just rebranding it to be about the Grandmaster. I think Expedition 33 is going to win pretty much every pretty much every category. I hope they lose best debut indie game because I want Dispatch to win. I feel like Dispatch got robbed. Nobody wanted to vote for Dispatch because of the way the episodes came out. But Dispatch definitely deserved way more nominations. It's clearly one of the best games of the entire year. My favorite, actually, of the year, besides Expedition 33. Now that I finished it, Expedition 33 is clearly the best game of the year. It's not particularly close. Sly Cooper is a lot of fun. I miss those games. Yeah, the game of the year is there's going to be no drama at all. Expedition 33 is winning. It's not even going to be a conversation. Expedition 33 is going to have probably a record number of wins. Especially they might feel inclined to like make up for the fact that the Grammys completely snubbed them. Like Star Wars Outlaws getting nominated for a Grammy for best soundtrack over Expedition 33 is honestly outrageous. Like I already didn't really take the Grammy seriously anymore, especially after they gave Macklemore the win over Kendrick Lamar, but not nominating Expedition 33 at all for best score when it's literally one of the best soundtracks in the history of gaming is insane. Truly, legitimately, just an insane soundtrack. Jimmy needs to cook DS3. I still gotta. I haven't even played Death Stranding 1. I gotta start that so I can play 2. There's literally, I know Jeff loves Kojima, like maybe like to an unhealthy degree, but ain't no way Death Stranding 2 is winning Game of the Year over Clear Obscure. It's not happening. It's not a chance. That would mean Death Stranding is going to beat out Silk Song and Clear Obscure. It's not happening. No way. What's up, Swag? I'm chilling. How are you? What if they also have a Supergirl game in store? Unless it's like some hastily slapped together mobile slop, that's not happening. Unfortunately, we know all of the games all the DC games in development, and none of them are ready to be released today. Only only thing only ones they have in development, they have Lego Batman 4, which comes out next year. They have like Injustice 3. There's the live service game from WB Games Montreal. And then there's the Rocksteady Batman game. But with the Netflix thing, who knows what's going to happen at this point? Because the Netflix deal closes in a year if they make it through. But the co-CEO just said that they basically don't value the gaming division at all, which is concerning. Did I hear the reason the Grammys gave for why they nominated? What was the reason? Can't get over Sasha not being Supergirl anymore. I could definitely get over it. She was like Supergirl for 5 minutes. I'm much more used to seeing Melissa as Supergirl. She was Supergirl for like what 6-7 seasons. Like, this is definitely a change. They said that it being supposedly just a guy they found on Reddit was proof they use AI. Wait, they said they didn't nominate him because you're saying the Grammys falsely accused them of using AI music because the composer for their indie game they happened to find on Reddit. So because they didn't hire a industry professional, instead they found someone on Reddit who did a better job than most of the industry professionals. They decided to lie about their game and punish them. Yeah, that about makes sense. Why no one takes the Grammy seriously anymore. The first ever Supergirl actress? I have no idea if she's alive. Got Thief Scale skin for Gambit. Seal bundle for Rivals. Nice. Yeah, I'm mostly saving my units. I did do the gotcha to get Psylocke, but I still got 18,000 units left over. So I'm gonna spend them on the season 5.5 stuff. I'm gonna get the Rogue and Rocket bundle. I'm gonna get the Christmas skins. This will be always Supergirl. She was a great Supergirl. It's unfortunately she was cursed by CW writing. that ruined it. It's all about the meme about her, 100%. So they're literally just jealous because a guy on Reddit did better than them. It actually makes sense. I actually know somebody who works on the Grammy committee, and they are in fact a jealous asshole and a hack. So that checks out. Not actually surprising at all. that the Grammys would say some nonsense like that based on the person that I know who's on the committee. It took me 1,400 units to get Psylocke. Raoul's rank hurts your head. You had a cloak and Sue that didn't ult at all. You had to tell them when. Support players never beating the allegations. Your bingo cards, the games you want to see that you know about: Exis, Expand, Pragmata, Zero Company, KOTOR, Fable, Witcher 4, Blood Dawn. Pretty sure. I actually, you can cross off Witcher 4. CD Projekt Red already said Witcher 4 is not going to be there. But I did hear there's going to be a Witcher 3 10-year anniversary DLC announcement. So that's something. Maybe they announced the sequel to Cyberpunk. But yeah, they already said Witcher 4 is not going to be there. Fable is possible. Vaguely possible. I'm surprised you didn't say Half-Life 3. Did we triple support next season still? Oh, yeah. I mean, supports didn't get any weaker. They actually made Luna a lot stronger. And they buffed Ultron as well. Gave him a second drone. Yeah, triple support meta ain't going away. Think Homelander kill Ryan. I can't wait. I can't wait. Only thing I locked in on in the trailer was their supernatural reunion of Jensen and Jarrett. That's all I care about. I ain't worried about what Homelander's doing. I just want to see Jared and Jensen together on screen again. That Luna Snowflake won herself. They're never beating the allegations. like I knew because they gave Sue the ability to shield herself, and like she basically, and then with Gambit being so good, Luna was basically phased out of the meta. like she was just completely knocked out of the top support slot. So when I saw how everyone was saying Luna was bad in season 5, I was like, oh, they're not going to let that. There's no way Danny's going to let that slide. Danny is never allowing Luna Snow not to be meta. I knew some buffs were coming. They might have gone overboard though, but she definitely did. She definitely needed buffs in this case, but still, the allegations. They need to favor DPS more. Screw DPS. DPS already gets favored. There's literally more DPS on a roster than every other role combined. DPS got all the favors. It's about time supports and Vanguards got some actual treatment. Keep buffing. Not only they need to do more. They need to keep buffing Vanguards and supports and reworking some of them. Some of them definitely need some reworks. Luna still gets so many skins. Yeah, of course. She's the industry plant. She's got to. But like Adam could use a rework. Like the fact that he can't fly is just insane to me. I feel like Mantis still needs some work. I hate what they did with Rockets. Like I think they should lean. I think they should rework Rocket away from being a hill bot, give him back his movement, and give him some more damage abilities. Like they should enable Rocket, because Rocket is like he's a natural damager. Like his whole personality is destroying stuff. So it didn't even make sense from the start to make him a support, especially when that's like a heal bot. But then they took away the few tools that he had to be aggressive. I didn't think that change made any sense. Like give him back his dash. Buff his range, so he doesn't have to be as close to do as much damage with his primary fire. Maybe give him some grenades or something like Rocket should be. You should be able to be aggressive on Rocket. Like that's one of the things that make Gambit fun, because I can tell they rework Gambit from a duelist to a support, which is fine because it makes his kit much better. The fact that you have so much skill expression, you can go from healing to being aggressive and making plays to carry on. Well, I think that's really good, and how they should design more supports. I don't like the idea of just having a support that's just stand there and heal. Like, give people options. The Thieves Guild skin is your favorite. I like that they made his MVP animation part of the lore of Marvel Rivals Season 5. The Thieves Guild skin costume is what he wore when he went to steal the contract from the collector when he first got the job from the Grandmaster. He was wearing a Thieves Guild outfit, but that's when he found out the contract he stole was fake. So presumably he went back with Rogue because she found out that he snuck out from the honeymoon to do the job. So she went with him, and because of her Kronovian powers, she was able to get through the defenses and steal the contract. Sue Storm I love the change to Sue Storm, and Sue Storm main should never apologize. It's been a long time coming. They should have done it. They should have gave her the ability to shield herself from the start. But they just were too busy giving Luna 20 buffs every patch to hook up anybody else. Now that someone other than Luna got a strong on the support side, got a strong buff, people want to act up. Like, nah. this was needed. Again, if he was a ban on a tank and cloak or Luna of his every game. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to Rogue. Just like she's gonna be a fun brawler. Watch your newest video on the Rivals roadmap. Appreciate you. Yeah, the skins on the roadmap look insane, honestly. They really cooked this season. Do we discuss real superhero games instead of PvP? We are discussing real superhero games. And Rivals has PvE. They need to increase the cooldown on Sue's invisible jump. I actually think they should decrease. I actually thought they should have decreased it to 5 seconds. But that was before she could shield herself. Even now, I think it's fine. Will Snow's the dev's favorite? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. The executive producer of Rivals is literally the one that created Luna Snow. So it's natural that he favors her. He literally made her. Well, Panther sucks. I'm glad he sucks now. They honestly should they honestly just should. That's definitely a character that should be reworked. Black Panther's design just fundamentally doesn't work. Like, it's just not, like, either he should not be a character that is forced to hard engage every time. Like, they should figure out a way to make his kit more well-rounded. Because as is right now, he just if you have a counter, he's unplayable. But if you buffed him, then there would just be like no real, there'd be like no real interaction. Like there's no counterplay if you buff him too much because the way he's designed. It's the same reason they don't want to buff Black Widow or Hawkeye too much. Because if you have a character that could just easily one-shot people from across the map, then like it's just unhealthy for the game. I think they just need to rework his whole kit. Make it something more, maybe make it more of a brawler. More of an agile brawler. Like a Captain America with like some more agility and defensive options rather than someone that just comes in to try to assassinate you at light speed. Because Black Panther's whole thing is like, yeah, not only is he like, you know, fast and agile, but he's a brawler. He gets in there, he fights. He's got his vibranium suit that absorbs damage and sends it back. Like they should make that part of his kit. Make him more of a sustained brawler with a good movement instead of a assassin. I think that would be a better application of Black Panther's lore. Otherwise, they just have to just leave him as he is. Which I don't want. I want Black Panther to be good, but not with the way he's currently designed. I think he'd be more enjoyable that way with the rework. Wanda's also going to be crazy this season. I was looking at the buffs they gave her. They like flew under the radar on the patch notes, but actually seeing them in practice, she's actually like crazy strong. Her ult's still terrible, so that's going to hold her back, but her neutral is now a lot stronger. I'm trying to find the Supergirl countdown, and it's just like all these AI slop trailer channels posting fake teasers. There it is. Here's the official premiere. 14 minutes. AI slap PvP. That doesn't even make any sense. Black Panther would be good. Rise of Hydra. He is. I can vouch for that because I've seen his gameplay in Rise of Hydra already. I can confirm it is very good. I was wondering how they would capture the essence of Black Panther. So they hadn't really had a game that, you know, on console at least, that captured Black Panther's gameplay since Marvel's Avengers. But I thought from what I saw Rise of Hydra, they definitely nailed how Black Panther should fight in a game like that. So hopefully the game doesn't end up getting canceled because I think it's going to be really good. They just like going to backline and making some word freak out. You can do that a lot of ways. It's just the way he's designed is just unhealthy. Winter Soldier, no. This takes place during World War II. So Captain America just became Captain America relatively recently, and we're dealing with T'Challa's grandfather. So during this era, they fight Red Skull, who's obviously going to be there. Bucky at the time was just a soldier working with Steve. And then they both, were incapacitated, after defeating Red Skull. Cap got frozen in ice and picked up by Shield. And then Bucky got grabbed by the Red Room. So if we do see Bucky, it'll just be as Bucky Barnes, which is what he was during World War II. And of course, we got a Howling Commando. I think it would have been better if we had Nick Fury instead of like a random Howling Commando. I think that's the one thing that's missing from Rise of Hydra that I think messed up the hype a little bit. Because it doesn't make sense to have 4 characters if only 2 of them are like actual superheroes. Like the idea of a Black Panther and Captain America game is really cool. But why are you leading with 2 other characters that are just nobodies? It doesn't make sense to me, especially since they had like a bunch of different options for other Marvel heroes during that era. So it's weird that they went in that direction, but it could end up still being good. But I don't know. I just think there were just better options they could have went with if they wanted to have 2 other heroes fighting with them. Gabriel Jones is in Randall. He has the best name. It's a great name, but it's not better than Nick Fury, who would have been an infinitely better choice if they wanted to have a normal soldier. I feel like Nick Fury just made way more sense there. Young Nick Fury. What comic line are you reading? Oh, to see if the Psylocke alt nerf would change much? Probably not. Nick Fury, the origins of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, that would be cool. Yeah, Howard Stark is in the game, but he's not on the roster. Sounds like he's just going to be like an NPC part of the story. But if they had Howard Stark as like a tech guy with his own like suit, that could have been cool. He made his own mech suit. So fighting with Adora Milaje could be cool. Like I don't mind that. It's just like having a Howling Commando is just weird. It's a weird choice. But I'm sure he'll be a nice, well-written character. But I just have a feeling that his missions are going to be everyone's least favorite. I just know, because just looking at the gameplay of Black Panther, I know that people are basically going to feel like how Spider-Man fans felt when they were forced to do an MJ mission in Spider-Man PS4. You're swinging around New York, feeling like Spider-Man, climbing up walls, uppercutting people, doing all this cool stuff, and then all of a sudden you're forced to sneak around as his ex-girlfriend, who's like being annoying to him the whole time. And you can't even fight. You just have to sneak around, or it's mission over. I'm just imagining you're Black Panther. You're just leaping around, scratching people, flipping, doing insane parkour. You're Captain America, kicking people through walls, ricocheting your shield off people's heads, and then all of a sudden you're just some you're just some regular guy sneaking around the base. Just you're like, oh man. Because at least the Dora Milaje, because you know Dora Milaje are like really good fighters. So those missions wouldn't be so bad. They don't have super serum or anything. They didn't take the herb. But they're still like elite fighters and use powerful technology, that Wakandan tech. Gabriel is just a normal guy. Just a normal guy. So that's gonna be awkward, because I know it's not gonna be a choice. They wouldn't do it like that, because they know obviously if you gave people the choice, they would only play as Cap and Black Panther. So I know they're gonna have missions that force you to be those other characters. So I already know that MJ mission complaint is gonna come up. I just hope there are fewer and further between. Normal guy with a gun. At least he has a gun, so it won't be as bad as the MJ missions. Maybe they'll probably be like on the level of the MJ missions in Spider-Man 2, instead of the MJ missions in Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man missions, the Spider-Man PS4 missions were legitimately ass. Like those MJ missions were legitimately hot ass, and there was like 7 of them. The ones in Spider-Man 2 were much better. Like at least you could fight, so they didn't take that long, and they were more enjoyable because you could actually just one shot people, and you didn't have to do it as much. They threw them in missions where you were already playing as Spider-Man, so it wasn't too bad. They're actually fine. Actually, can't even say they were ass in Spider-Man 2, because all the missions were good. They were all great missions. That was the problem. Like the problem with Spider-Man PS4 is that they were exclusive MJ missions and they were ass. Spider-Man 2, they gave you 3 great missions. They just had MJ playable in them, but all the missions were great, and they made MJ's gameplay better so that it was more enjoyable. Don't you know you have to call Spider-Man 2? Oh, of course. How could I forget? If your guy has gun grenades and goes on his Rambo, you just arc your soul. Yeah, that's the only redeemable quality. The fact that he's like an actual soldier. So even though he's not a super soldier, he'll at least be able to like do some stuff, like shoot people, punch people, throw some grenades, all that good stuff that soldiers do. People reactions when they control Venom with Epic. Yeah, that was legitimately peak. All the idiots saying Mystique would be the Mary Jane, clearly never read a comic. I mean, that's not surprising though. All those morons are just tourists. like comparing Mystique to Mary Jane is crazy. Like a skilled hand-to-hand fighter and assassin that can shapeshift into anyone. Like, what are we talking about? Like that's clearly awesome. I don't even know if we were going to have Mystique missions. I know there's another character we're going to play as in the Wolverine game, but I don't know if Mystique is playable. If she is, cool, because Mystique is awesome. I'm going to be annoyed if Gabriel Jones only has a radio. His missions are stealth. That's also possible. He is a Howling Commando. I think they were more known for like espionage than anything. Rather than being like frontline fighters. I'm sure he can still fight, of course, but yeah, he might be more of a strategist, spy type of guy. Who else do we play as in Wolverine? Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to say. I want some people to have some sunrises going into Wolverine. I wonder if they're going to give it away in the trailer, because they know it leaked, but everyone didn't read the leaks. So I wonder if they're just going to not acknowledge it. Love to see Yugi. That would be cool. He is going to Japan. Japan, Canada, Madripoor. Wolverine is traveling around. And of course, Travis can't take a hint. Thought the funny hero fans that were this Deku was straight, but they most likely tourists. Wait, is that a thing? I don't be on anime Twitter. Anime Twitter is weird. IMAX says it's no longer in it. I don't think they did. I think you just spoiled it for no reason when I literally had just said I wasn't going to say anything for spoiler reasons. I've been keeping up with Insomniac statements, and they have not commented on any of the leaks. Yeah, I followed what Insomniac said themselves. I literally know the community manager as well. They did not make such a comment. It is a spoiler if it existed, and I literally said, don't say anything. There's no reason to ask for forgiveness or permission. Like, I literally said, don't say anything. Because you didn't say anything, because you didn't know. That's not a forgiveness permission situation. That's literally just you ignoring and just being an asshole. Krypto! I'm peeing on the newspaper.
Most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy.
That's why he doesn't behave.
Hi, cars are out. Hereby declare that 23 will be the best year yet.
Yeah, they nailed it. That is Cars are real.
Let's be honest, babe. It's not a very high bar to clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Krypton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind.
Yeah. First look at Krypton.
Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do others on your planet have powers
Looks
like
like
you?
Hellraiser.
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
What, Superman like?
Lobo! I saw Lobo.
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
That's actually a perfect line to describe her. Fire teaser. That's actually the perfect line to describe Supergirl. He sees the good in everyone. She sees the truth. I gotta go back. They had my boy Lobo.
Okay, this does not look like this is
I
gonna
saw
end
Lobo.
well. For you guys.
This looks really good.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty
The effects
small
look really
group of
good.
two.
Love the sets.
What, Superman like?
There it is. There's Lobo. Hold up. There it is. There he is, chat. Our first look at Lobo. Perfect. The role Jason Momoa was born to play. Lobo. Yeah, perfect song choice for sure. Damn, he looks so cool. He's mostly in the shadows, but he looks so cool. Oh my god, yes. Finally, James Gunn completed the prophecy. We're getting Jason Momoa as Lobo. Love that. This movie's gonna be so good. I already tell they absolutely nailed Supergirl. They nailed her characterization. The effects actually look really well done. Doesn't look like it's gonna be too jokey. It's not a James Gunn influence. Not too much James Gunn influence.
What, Superman like?
This looks pretty faithful to the book actually.
And I see the truth.
June 26th. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I definitely I haven't been to IMAX in a while, but I definitely might want to tap it. I gotta see if there's any IMAXs near me. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I definitely want to see this in theaters though. Yeah, I think they really nailed the comic. Like this definitely feels like a really strong adaptation of the comic. I think they did a great job, and even better than the comic because they got Lobo. Lobo was originally supposed to be in the comic, but they were forced to cut him. Editors forced them to cut him. So having Lobo pop up here, this is going to be so good. I can't wait for this. And lanterns, and bro, you realize I saw someone tweet this. The Boys final season, Daredevil Born Again season 2, and the new season of Invincible all come out the same month. It's all happening in the same month. That's going to be tough. Yeah, the editors forced them to cut Lobo because they said they wanted it to be a Supergirl centered story. And they went Lobo in there at all. But the writers originally wanted it to be more of a collaboration where Lobo pops in. So I'm glad that the movie decided to go with the original vision of the writers. But yeah, we're definitely eating that month. Daredevil, Invincible, and The Boys in the same month. It's insane. 2026 is going to be ridiculous. I cannot wait. All right, I'll catch y'all later. I'll be live on the main channel at 6 o'clock Eastern for the Game Awards. We're going to do the pre-show as usual. Looking forward to seeing all the announcements. I'm sure I'll keep an eye on any leaks or anything ahead of the show, but it looks like it's going to be a good one. Hope to see you all there. I'm Sadot the Gamer signing out. Peace, everybody.